Welcome back to a brand new episode of Friends of FaZe. Today we got a really special guest for you guys. This is someone that I was watching when I was 15. He was 13 at the time. Absolute legend. Can't wait for you guys to meet him.
It's also just annoying, all like the added pressure.
Right.
Just everyone always like, oh, like, you better bring home the gold. Like, and I'm just like, fuck, like.
That ain't nothing new.
I mean, it's the same, you know, like, I go into every contest with the same mentality.
All right, we're about to go to the skate park with Nyjah. Maybe get some lunch after, and you guys can just kick it with us.
Good, bro.
Sure, what up, bro?
Hell yeah, let's go straight.
All right.
Great job, bro. Let's go. I know, it's crazy. I never thought I would be a part of like a video game crew, you know?
Yeah.
But like,
You're one of us, dude. You're one of us now.
after I started kicking it with like human beings, I was like, damn, these are the bros. When you think of like gamers, you think of like, obviously like nerdy kids who like play video games all day.
Non-stop, or just eat Doritos and drink Mountain Dew. Yeah, we definitely broke the mold on that stereotype. That's why people with us.
Yep.
Yeah, I meant to ask you too. How did it feel to like be in a video game?
It felt sick, and like it was more like everyone around me. I was so young at the time
That didn't
like,
even register in your head?
Yeah, it really didn't even register. And like,
it's crazy.
With a lot of things in my career, with being that young, it like helped me out because I was still just so focused on just skating and getting better.
Right.
Instead of like thinking like, oh, yeah, like I'm already in a video game.
Right.
I'm already like professional and like winning contests. Like I'm gonna be riding for this company. I'm gonna make money. And instead of all that, I was just wanted to skate every day just because I was so hyped on it still. When I was 10, I won the biggest amateur contest, Temperrr or Temperrr Am.
Yep.
And then next year, I was like, I wasn't gonna go back to skating Am contest. I was like, might as well skate X Games, you know?
That's so dope.
It's insane.
And since then, bro, you've been literally winning contests every single year, like nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep up though. There's always like at least a couple new kids every year.
Right.
Kids like Utah, you know, like just so good, just coming out of nowhere. Young as like 18, 19. Especially winning that last one, I was like, it made me feel so good that I'm like, I'm like a little older now and I'm still like out there.
Still holding it down, bro.
Yeah.
Still holding the crown. Let's go.
It's the money. Money.
There you go.
My dog.
Great sesh, bro.
Yeah, good little sesh. Man, I wish I could skate more. My ankle is sore as out there.
Yeah, bro. Let's get some lunch, though.
Yeah, let's do it. We need that. Get some health.
That energy.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how big gaming's got over the years. It's insane.
Bro, it's wild.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the first time that I met you was at X Games in Austin, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
I saw you across the bar and I just started, I'm like, no way. Like, and I never freak out meeting anybody, bro.
Yeah. I feel like gaming, like fans are kind of similar to skate fans in that way. Like they really have that like passion. They're like so stoked to meet you, you know. And it's not just like just meeting and like getting a photo. They actually like feel like they can like kick in. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of feeling like intimidated compared to like I don't know like actors and like
it's
actual
different
like celebrities out there, you know. It's
Exactly.
different.
Bro, so you got the Olympics coming up. First time skateboarding in the Olympics. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
You about to be shredding for America.
Yeah, I'm hyped on that part of it.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
Like whenever you're bringing like countries into competition like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing more.
Yeah. It's a sick feeling for sure. Yeah, it's never first time in skateboarding that's like been that way. Even when I won the one in Sao Paulo a couple months ago, it was like American flag, like actually repping your country. It was sick. Definitely a good thing for skating, but it's just like, it's also just annoying all like the added pressure.
Right.
Just everyone always like, oh, you better bring home the gold. Like, and I'm just like
That ain't nothing new.
I mean, it's the same, you know, like I go into every contest with the same mentality.
Anytime I've seen you skate, you have your AirPods in and you're listening to music.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time where you weren't like skating with nothing?
Yeah, I used to do nothing for years, and just a couple years ago, I like started doing AirPods just because I don't know, just helped me like stay more focused and like get in the zone more, and like just block out everything and just stay hyped. Because I feel like that's the main thing that keeps me from like getting nervous out there is just like keeping myself super hyped up.
Right.
What about you guys? Gaming is just like, obviously you have to be in that zone so much. It's like,
well, I mean, I'm not a professional. I used to play a lot, but
I feel like a lot of gaming too is just like who can handle the pressure, you know?
There's so much pressure too. Like the skill gap is so big because everybody plays video games. Anybody can play from any country. It's cool to see like every year, not just with skateboarding, but gaming, and you just see all kids from all different walks of life coming in and being nasty at the games. When did you stop going V, and how old are you?
Well, I was just like raised into that life, you know? And then like I didn't really have a choice until I was like 15. And then it took me like another year. And I really didn't start eating meat till like I was like 16 and a half, 17. Cause I mean, it took a while to even get used to.
Right.
So I mean, I really only eat like a little bit of like turkey and chicken and fish.
Fire.
So yeah. I don't really like stress on like going vegan again because I mainly eat plants anyways. And plus I feel like I'm very like ahead from having those for 16 years.
For
so
sure.
like, I feel like I'm chilling. So that's what they call people that don't like compete, trick shotters?
No, trick shotters are like the
What does that mean?
the skateboarders in Call of Duty. The people that are jumping off buildings, 316, 720, killing people as they're falling, doing just sick shots. Like you're implementing like the whole trick side of skateboarding and the humiliation of like dunking on someone in basketball.
Yeah, that's tight.
But I used to snipe a lot, and I used to be like one of the best snipers in Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2, for like 1 to 2 years. Like that was like all I cared about. Like I just wanted to be the best sniper in the game. And so I would play competitive sniping, which it wasn't officialized as like it was kind of like a sub league that wasn't official. Banks actually, before he was in FaZe, he would run sniper leaderboards, which was like the home of competitive sniping. And so he was just like running that. He had an idea for FaZe, and it was a recruitment challenge, which became like one of our biggest things. And so after that, we just brought him on board to FaZe. And then soon after, he ended up moving in with me in Massachusetts.
That's tight. That's tight. I know all those old photos of you guys are hilarious.
So funny.
Bangs? Oh my God, dude. Looks so different.
Before the tats
So funny.
and before the beard.
So funny, bro. Was he getting laid back then?
Was he? Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah?
He had his, girlfriend. He didn't have girlfriends. He had that one.
Didn't really look like it.
We gotta put that in there. For sure, put that in there. He'll die when he sees that.
Oh, I love Banks. He's the best.
Yeah, he is. All right, yo, this was fire.
Fire.
Let's get out of here, bro.
Let's do it, bro.